Hello fellow steamers. In this video I'm going to restore this Mamod Minor, also known as the MM1. I'm going to restore this one back to new. Not something I do with every engine, some I like to have that old look, but this one's getting a full restore. Oh, typical, I get one with a burner and it's the wrong one. Tell you what, while I look for a spare, I'll give you a little bit of history on the Mamod MM1. So here we have a 1939 MM1, the first model, with the flat base. 1949 saw the introduction of a raised base and then a brief change of flywheel. 1950 saw the spoked flywheel come into production. And then 57 the rectangular decal. 67 saw the use of rivets and a change of decal again. 1970 saw the introduction of the vaporizing burner. And then 75 the introduction of the water level plug. Aha, there we are, found one in the spares box. A good one as well. Yeah, not bad. I've seen worse than this one. Usual rust and everything, but it's okay. Right, let's start getting this thing stripped down. Yeah, that's good and proper seized. I have read that if you put fused brass into vinegar, it'll actually free it off, so let's give this a try. That seems to be working. Alright, now to give this thing a clean up inside. And this is a little trick I use to clean the piston shaft. A little bit of oil and it sounds like we've got a good compression there. Now I was expecting the flywheel to come off, not the crank. Well, hopefully we'll sort that later. Right, there we are, all in bits. Right, let's see how good this spray-on paint stripper is now. going to leave this for 24 hours just to let it do its job. There we are, 2 shiny pieces, no more rust. I always give the bases of Mamod's primer, something Mamod never did, which probably saved them a lot of time and money, but it also led to a lot of rust and chipping paint. These bits I'm spraying now will actually get a second coat and probably a very fine wet and dry in between, but I'm not going to show you the video for all that as well. No primer on the firebox, I'm just using a very high temperature paint in a nice gloss black finish. Same again, this will be getting 2 or 3 coats and a bit of wet and dry. Right, time to give this boiler a clean. I always tend to use a scourer rather than wire wool. It can be a bit too abrasive sometimes, can the wire wool. And I'm also going to try and clean up this engine frame. I'm not going to respray it, hopefully, because it's a very hard colour to match. Yeah, that green paint looks good. Right, I'm just going to clean up these other brass parts. And then we're about ready for reassembly. Right, there is one more thing I want to do before I put it back together, and that is a nice new decal. If you've ever applied a decal to anything and found a white edge showing, here's a little trick for you. Just put a black mark around the edge of it. About 20 seconds each side in the water. And then just hold it roughly in place while you slide the backing off. Then you've got a little bit of time just to adjust it exactly where you want it. I did notice I made a little mistake here. I managed to put the little brass washer on the wrong side, but I have since had to correct this, so there you go. Take notice of where things go. There we go. All nice, shiny and new, just like it would have been in 1970. Right, let's do something with this box. Who says us fellas never do the ironing? Okay, I'm going to replace the window on the box with some acetate that you can get from most hobby shops, really. You can just glue this in. Then I tend to use picture framing tape just to give it a bit of a nicer finish, really. I suppose it gives a bit of extra strength to the seams on the box as well. Right, there we are, that should be all set. Hopefully we've got a better looking box now. And there we are, that looks much better. Yeah, quite happy with that. So the next decision was what to do with this box insert. Very, very tatty looking, and this was going to spoil the whole thing. So here's what I decided to do. I'm just using a white primer. This will just dry to a very matte finish. So what I'm going to do now is get on the computer and replicate this artwork. Just printed this onto some sticky labels, stuck it on, and one box complete. So the final decision after all that hard work is, do we run it or not? Yeah, of course we do. That's what it was made for. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more upcoming videos, why not subscribe? Thanks now, and goodbye.